Mom, Strip Poker and Guilt Trips, written by Micah Goldman and Griff Kohout. Cold open, fade in. Interior restaurant night. The restaurant is closed. A poker game is in full swing. Bonnie, Gabriel, Chef Rudy, Paul, and Baxter sit around a table littered with beer bottles and cigarette butts.
Running a little low on chips, aren't we, Bon Bon?
Relax, Benhana. Like I said after you took me to the opera, it's still early and I've got a great hand.
Bonnie pushes her chips into the middle of the table.
All in.
Then, in rapid succession,
Too rich for me.
Fold.
I'm at a potty break.
Paul stands up, revealing that he's in his underwear. He exits to the restroom.
Why is Paul in his underwear?
I may have led him to believe we're playing strip poker.
Doesn't he realize he's the only one without pants on?
Don't be so sure about that.
Chef Rudy pushes his chips into the pile.
I call.
Well, gentlemen, it appears my luck has finally changed
Straight flush.
into full-blown failure.
Bonnie tosses her cards.
I win again!
Chef Rudy laughs maniacally as he collects the chips. Christy approaches, arms folded, annoyed.
Mom,
Christy, what are you doing here?
what am I doing at my job? Picking out my paycheck. What are you doing here?
Cashing your paycheck.
The boys and I are playing some poker.
Is this really how you think you should be spending your time?
As opposed to doing what, dear?
I don't know, building a relationship with your grandchildren?
We have a great relationship. I provide moral support and encouragement, and they're around if I need character witnesses.
Either way, you shouldn't be gambling, let alone hanging out with degenerates.
The guys take offense. Gabriel, Baxter, Chef Rudy.
Hey, wait a
Takes
minute.
one
Come on.
to know
Too
one.
far. Too far. Judgmental comments like that are why you weren't invited tonight.
Oh, please, you aren't exactly going places.
Hey, I'm always going places.
That's because you live in a van.
I hate to say it, but the degenerate's got a point. Sobriety's made you a critical snob. It's like I can't do anything right.
Well, it does lead to clarity. Besides, when it comes to decision making, you don't exactly have the best track record.
I was a responsible parent when I needed to be. I always cared about your test results.
Because you were using my urine to stay out of jail.
Oh, you can put a dark cloud over anything.
This isn't about me being judgmental. Gambling's a slippery slope. It's a form of addiction, you know that.
Oh, please. It's just a friendly game. Now, lend me 20 so I can beat this prick.
I give up.
Christy starts walking away.
Relax, honey. It's only poker. Nobody's gonna get hurt.
Paul re-enters, still without pants, and crosses to Christy.
Hope you're wearing a bra. I'll take the shirt off your back.
Off Christy's expression, we cut to main titles. Act 1, Scene A. Fade in. Interior, Christy's house, kitchen, next day. Christy prepares dinner as Roscoe sits at the table doing schoolwork. Bonnie is on the phone.
Oh, really? Tonight? Chef Rudy's going down.
She hangs up.
Don't tell me. Another poker game.
That's right. A chance to redeem myself.
Didn't we talk about how gambling's addictive? Not to mention illegal.
Pack your bags. We're going on a guilt trip.
Violet enters in a low-cut blouse and heads for the door.
Going out.
That's what you're wearing?
Yeah, so lots of girls are wearing this.
I didn't realize side boob was the new black. You're not hanging out with that awful Valerie girl again, are you?
Mom, are you really gonna do this right now?
Do what? Act like a mother?
Be so critical. If Roscoe wasn't such a good kid, he'd be miserable here.
Hey, I'm bad when I want to be. Feels good to use my outside voice inside.
Can I at least ask if there's going to be alcohol?
Who'd be dumb enough to drink when they're pregnant?
Christy and Bonnie share a guilty look as Violet exits. Meanwhile, Roscoe crosses to the refrigerator.
I can't have a conversation with that child.
Because you weren't trying to have a conversation.
Would a good kid do this?
He takes a swig straight out of the milk carton. Nobody cares.
If I wasn't trying to have a conversation, then what was I doing?
Taking shots at that poor girl. Now that you're sober, you think you know what's best for everyone.
Excuse me for wanting my kids to be safe.
Opening the microwave, fork in hand.
Watch out, I got a taste for danger.
Nobody hears him.
Face it, you're uptight.
Please, I'm as laid back as ever.
Then prove it.
Roscoe turns on the microwave and goes to the living room.
I don't have to prove anything to you. How?
Help me beat Chef Rudy.
Huh, so that's what this is about. Forget it, I'm not enabling you.
Come on, I just want to go there, screw him, and leave before he knows what happened.
Sounds like the story of my conception. Sorry, Mom, not gonna happen.
Christy turns to the microwave and stops in her tracks.
Oh, God. There's a fork in the microwave.
Well, aren't you going to take it out?
I always wondered what would happen.
Me too.
Bonnie crosses to her. As they stare at the microwave transfixed, we cut to Act 1, Scene B. Interior, church basement, early evening. An AA meeting is in progress with about 20 people in attendance. Christy sits in the crowd. Bonnie is at the lectern.
Every week I hear you guys go on about how people don't understand what it's like in recovery, how others can be overcritical, judgmental even. But in my experience, it's the people you're in recovery with that have the hardest time being supported. Now, I'm not going to name any names.
Thank God.
Of the people who are good to me. They knew who they are. But I will say my daughter Christy can be a real nagging bitch. And frankly, it hurts a lot. Wow, it feels good to finally admit that.
Bonnie takes a seat. Linda, in her 50s, demure, makes her way to the lectern. Christy cuts in front of her.
This will only take a second. Let me tell you something about my mother. Oh, sorry. Christy, alcoholic, blah, blah, blah.
Hi, Christy.
My mother is upset because I take issue with her gambling. Well, excuse me for worrying that she won't be able to stop. Now, does that make me judgmental?
Well, it depends.
Oh, what do you know? You're just an addict.
Christy heads back to her seat. Linda goes to talk into the microphone when Bonnie steps in front of her.
Please excuse my daughter. Now that she's sober, she thinks she knows everything. Suddenly, she's this perfect person who's never made a mistake.
Christy storms back towards the lectern.
Believe me, she's made plenty of mistakes. Drunk ones, stoned ones. How else can I describe the fathers of her kids?
Christy shoves Linda aside, cuts in front of Bonnie, and grabs the mic.
I know I've made mistakes. I'm not perfect. In fact, there's a 2-year period of my life that I don't even remember. So there.
Doesn't remember. Interesting.
I'm sure I hurt a lot of people without ever knowing it. And by hurt, I also mean had sex with and threw up in their car.
Linda goes to grab the mic, but Christy blocks her.
But the point is, I've learned from my mistakes.
Linda attempts to grab it again.
And now, I'm a much better person.
Linda falls to the ground. She moans in pain.
Oh, God.
Christy kneels down to her.
I'm so sorry. Please tell me what's bothering you.
My knee and my alcoholism.
Act 1, Scene C. Interior, coffee shop, later at night. Christy and Bonnie are in mid-conversation at a table.
So that's pretty much every terrible thing you did during those 2 years when you were blacked out.
Christy stares back in shock, mouth agape. A beat and then...
Oh, my God. I don't remember any of that. I feel awful.
It must be a hard pill to swallow. Well, not for you, hence all the pills you stole.
That part with the knife. Did I really do that?
I've got the scar to prove it.
Can I see it?
Emotional scar, dear. Emotional.
And all the money I took? What happened to it?
You didn't send aid to Africa, I'll tell you that. But what really hurt were the horrible things you said.
I didn't mean any of it. I don't think.
I didn't know you were capable of saying such awful things about your own mother, or the gays and the Jews.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
The important thing is that I'm willing to forgive you and look past your indiscretions.
I don't know what to say. How could I possibly make it up to you?
Let's see.
Keep in mind, I'm already letting you live with me.
Bonnie takes out a deck of cards.
What are your thoughts on helping me beat that smug chef at strip poker?
And we fade out. End of Act 1. Act 2, Scene D, fade in. Interior, restaurant, later that night. After hours. A poker game is in progress. Christy, Bonnie, Chef Rudy, Baxter, Gabriel, and Paul sit around the table.
Tell me again why we're playing strip poker. There's not even money involved.
Winning isn't about money, dear. It's about pride. Which reminds me, lose that top soon. I want to create a distraction.
Forget this.
Christy starts walking away.
Fine, stab me in the back again. At least there's no knife this time.
Christy stops in her tracks.
Pack your bags, we're going on a guilt trip.
She grudgingly sits down.
A few hands, then we're out of here.
Christy, I'm curious. Why the sudden change of heart about gambling?
Oh, well, when I heard you guys were up for strip poker, I just couldn't help myself. That's me, always the exhibitionist.
Oh, really? Then why did we used to have sex with the lights off?
And so did we.
Well, wanna help me out?
'Cause you're both hideous. Christy, you're up.
Oh, no, I've got nothing. Time to take off my shirt.
Christy slowly and seductively takes off her shirt, revealing a low-cut top. The guys simultaneously lean forward and stare in awe. Meanwhile, Bonnie leans back and steals a peek at Chef Rudy's cards. She smiles. Time dissolve. Interior restaurant later. Cigarette butts and potato chips are scattered around the table. The camera makes a 360-degree swivel, reveal each guy shirtless, mouth agape. They stare at Christy, who's now in a bra. Bonnie, still fully clothed, leans over, glances at Chef Rudy's cards, and returns to her upright position.
I call.
Then, in rapid succession,
Full.
I'm out.
Me too.
Fold. Oh boy, now I lose my sock.
Sock's no big deal.
You don't know what it's covering.
Chef Rudy stares at his cards, a beat, then
So, Benahana, how's this gonna play out?
Like most long nights we spend together, I'm exhausted.
Chef Rudy reaches under the table.
So you end up on top.
He tosses a thong in the air.
Ha! I win again.
Bonnie does a victory dance.
How's it feel to be a loser?
Oh, Bon Bon. Haven't you heard the saying, opportunity often comes disguised as temporary defeat?
Huh?
In other words, Christy, who's the bra.
Me? Oh, come on. The guys never took off their underwear.
Baxter and Gabriel quickly toss their underwear on the table, followed by Paul, who tosses a sock. The guys lean in and stare at Christy in anticipation.
Ugh, fine.
Christy takes a deep breath, slowly unhooks her bra, and slides it off to reveal she's wearing another one.
Oh, look at that. I accidentally wore 2 bras. Silly me.
The guys protest in unison.
Show nipple.
Come
Cut,
on.
tear.
Come on.
Sorry, boys. Fun's over. Let's scram.
Why don't we keep playing for a while?
The guys celebrate.
For money.
The guys sulk.
Keep playing? I beat him 5 times. Let's go.
Christy and Bonnie cross to the next table as she puts her shirt on.
Don't you want to take them for all they've got?
Whatever happened to Mom? It's addictive. Mom, it's illegal. Mom, the neighbors will smell it.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I got your lectures mixed up. I thought you were against gambling.
I am. For losers or winners.
And cheaters. Come on, let's
I
go.
don't want to go. I want to clean them out.
Sue yourself, but I won't stand here and watch you lose control. I'll be on your couch.
Bonnie storms off.
Oh, please. I know what I'm doing. I'm the one who can control myself, remember?
Smash cut to Act 2, Scene E. Interior restaurant an hour later. Christy, dejected, sits across from Chef Rudy, who confidently smokes a cigar and fans himself with bills.
How could I be dumb enough to lose $400? We'll be able to spend a dime for 3 months.
There goes a lifestyle comprised of cold cuts and red box.
Christy gets up and collects her belongings.
Can't believe I lost control like that.
Unbeknownst to Christy, 2 police officers enter and cross to the table. Chef Rudy tries to get her attention, but she's too preoccupied to notice during...
Everyone else was smart enough to leave, even Mom. And her idea of self-restraint involves a headboard and some rope.
Christy turns around to find the officers hovering over her.
You 2 are under arrest for illegal gambling. And for the record, your mom prefers handcuffs. And the occasional ball game.
And we fade out. End of Act 2. Act 3, Scene F. Fade in. Interior, prison, phone room, later that night. Christy, in an orange jumpsuit, teary-eyed, and Bonnie sit across from one another, talking on phones, separated by a glass partition.
I should have listened to you and walked away. What was I thinking?
Don't beat yourself up, honey. The important thing to remember is that I'm here for you, but was never there with you.
You're right, Mom. I realize now that I'm in no position to tell anyone how to live.
True, but what happened tonight isn't totally your fault. After all, I did ask you to help me.
If I hadn't treated you so horribly during my blackout phase, I wouldn't have felt the need to help in the first place.
Christy puts her head down and sobs. Bonnie stares at her, guilt-ridden. A beat, and then...
Listen, there's something I need to tell you about that period in your life that you were too wasted to remember.
Yeah?
I may have embellished how you treated me
Embellished? How so?
by making everything up.
What?
I know it was wrong. I just really wanted to beat Chef Rudy. You can understand that, right?
Christy takes a deep breath.
There's one thing I've learned in here.
It's patience and understanding.
It's how to cut a bitch! You're mine!
Christy attempts to climb over the glass partition. A prison guard runs over and drags Christy away, kicking and screaming.
I'll fix this. Just keep your mouth shut. Snitches get stitches.
Chef Rudy, wearing an orange jumpsuit, enters, sits down, and picks up the phone.
Finally, conjugal visit.
And we cut to Act 3, Scene G. Interior, Christy's house, living room, next morning. An exhausted Christy and Bonnie enter the house mid-conversation.
For the record, if you hadn't convinced that cop to drop the charges, we wouldn't be talking right now.
Believe me, it wasn't easy. I had to promise him a roll in the hay.
That's a small price to pay.
Glad you feel that way. He's picking you up at 7.
As Christy reacts, Roscoe, holding scissors, enters from the kitchen and runs past them.
I'm at it again. I'm a bad man.
I got this.
Bonnie chases after Roscoe as they exit to his bedroom. Meanwhile, Violet enters from the kitchen and crosses to the front door, jeering,
And where have you been?
You look like hell.
Honey, you've reached that age where I can no longer lie to you. So I'm not saying anything.
Fine. I'm Eddie.
Violet, wait.
What? You want to criticize my outfit again?
No. All of that talk
Mom!
leaves too much to the imagination. Show off what your mama gave you.
Violet rolls her eyes and turns to leave as Christy runs in front of her, blocking her path.
Listen, you were right. Maybe I have been a little overcritical since I got sober.
Not to mention bossy and cheap and a terrible dancer.
Okay, I get it. Point is, I'm only hard on you because I don't want you repeating my mistakes. That doesn't make me a terrible mother, does it?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So, are we cool?
Yeah, Mom. We're cool.
Violet exits. Bonnie and Roscoe enter hand in hand.
Mom, I'm sorry I've been so bad lately.
You have?
Yeah, and I was real good at it too. But don't worry, Grandma convinced me that it's not a good idea.
Oh, really? How'd she do that?
Bonnie slowly creeps toward the bedroom.
She told me about your night as a jailbird. I got scared straight.
Christy looks up as Bonnie exits into the bedroom, and we fade out. End of show.